What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Jay, and yes, as you can see on the screen, we are in another draft league. This is our third and final draft league for like these seasons of draft leagues. We have NCP, we have UPBA, and now we have UBL. So we got another U, so that's kind of cool. So we are in UBL, which is awesome. We got a chance to rejoin, come back for another go round. Hopefully we can do better this season than we did last season, which would be super, very nice. But without further ado, we're gonna hop right into draft analysis. And off rip, as you can see, we had 1,100 points to go from. The tiers were, I think the highest one was 200, and it went down to, I want to say 20 points, I think, if I'm not mistaken. The 200 to 20, and we had mons all up in there. So I'm excited to show you guys what we got. I think we have a pretty solid team. It looks like a fun team. Some mons I haven't used in draft before, so that's always a good thing. But without further ado, we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna show you guys the first pick. We got the first pick at 180 points. We have 0 aura. I do believe we were I think we were 7th, which is out of, I think 7th out of like 16 coaches. So we were kind of in the middle, but it wasn't too bad of a spot, to be honest, because we were still able to get some power. So we have 0 aura here, which gives us a phenomenal speed tier at base 143. It can be special or physical, which is lovely. You can run bulk up, you can run combine, you can run subsets. You can run bandit, you can run choice specs if you wanted to. So it's beautiful. We have bolt switch and stuff, and 0 aura just can do a lot of things. It's a very versatile mon between like its physical moveset and its special moveset isn't as good as its physical moveset, but it can still put in work. So I'm excited to use 0 aura, and we literally don't have to draft anything fast anymore. So boom, we're done. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. The second pick, a pairing that I thought would go well to help cover 0 aura's weaknesses. We got Corver Knight at 180, round 2, mind you. So we went down and it came back up to us. We got Corver Knight, which is super nice. So it helps deal with those pesky ground types, as well as just be a defogger, which is beautiful because Corver Knight is like a guaranteed defogger. I don't have to worry about hazards at all if I wanted to. Between like U-turn, screens, roost, taunt, and bulk up, body press, brave bird, it just has a great, it gets the job done. I love Corver Knight. I've used him in IVA season 2. I think it was 2. Yeah, I think it was 2. Yeah. But Corver Knight's just an awesome mon. I love using Corver Knight. It's such a good mon, bro. The only thing I wish I had was rocks, because like Skarmory and Corver Knight are basically the same mon, same typing. But if Skarm got U-turn and then Corv got rocks, I don't know. I mean, they'd be in the same position now, but I think, it'd be kind of cool to have Corver Knight get rocks, in my opinion. But honestly, I use Corver Knight, helps pair with 0 aura very well, and 0 aura helps pair with Corver Knight because it can it's an immunity for Corver Knight's weakness to electric type. So it's very nice pairing. And then next up we have Clefable. Look at her. We got Thickums. I love Clefable. Clefable's the best fairy in draft, and I'm surprised we were able to get it round 3. I was gonna go towards a low fairy, but then Clefable was sitting right there, and I was like, I can afford it right now. I mean, we're at 560 right now, which is like use 540 of our points right now, which is very hefty. So we're going 180. But I love Clef. As you guys know, I have Clef in my 2 other draft leagues. It just happens, I love it. Clef is awesome. It gives us rocks, it gives us recovery, and wish, and both it gets guaranteed recovery and soft boiled, so that's very nice. It could be just an annoying mon. It could be a setup sleeper late game potentially if we have Unaware or Magic Guard, because nothing can poison it or nothing can set up with us. So 2 great abilities in itself. And I just love Clef. Its move pool is great. It's fantastic. I just love Clef. Clef is cool. And then round 4, we got our dragon. So of course you can see we have our fairy dragon steel core, even though like I wasn't planning on, I was like, ooh, Haxorus, and I just wanted a dragon, and it just happens. The cores just happen, bro. If you like, they just happen. You gotta have that synergy. So Haxorus is here, gives us a very strong physical breaker, because as you can see, 0 aura is physical, but it also could be special, which is very nice. Haxorus just gives us that firepower on the physical side, because it's like base 140 attack, I believe, is hitting like a truck. So Haxorus is out here doing the dang thing, and it just gives great physical coverage. D-Dance, Swords Dance, Scale Shot, Outrage, Dragon Claw, Earthquake, Poison Jab, Close Combat, First Impression. Like it's beautiful. Haxorus is gonna hit like a truck. It's gonna give people hard times. I could tell you right now, it's gonna give people hard times. And it's reunited with Corver Knight as well, because I did use Haxorus plus Corver Knight in IBA season 2. So you love to see it. Next up, we have Serena. So another mon that has started to become a staple in my drafts, as you guys know. I love me some Serena. I think Serena is a great grass type in draft. especially like a low tier one, because you know people aren't gonna think about it too much. I feel obviously we've been able to get it a good few times. It gives us rapid spin, it gives us U-turn, it gives us a great physical moveset with high jump kick, triple axel, power whip, play rough. And guaranteed recovery and synthesis, which is beautiful, and it gives us aromatherapy. So like Serena can do it all, baby. Of course, his special attack is so if we have to switch into like water types and whatnot, we could get burned, but it's okay because you know Serena's gonna get the dang thing done. She's gonna do it. She's gonna do it. Trust me, she's gonna do it. But I love using Serena, so we have her round 5, and our points are looking kind of low. They are looking kind of low, so we might wanna start, you know, taking cheaper mons, but we will see, you know, because I'm a big baller, so we got to spend those points. But next up we have Arctivish. So you know there were some mons like Gastrodon and Quagsire, I believe, at the time and whatnot. I didn't have a water mon. I don't have a water absorber mon because you know somebody picked up Dracovish, and Dracovish is a pain if you don't have a water absorber. I mean, you could play around it, of course, but it just makes it that much harder in my opinion. I'd rather have that guaranteed water absorber. And we got Arctivish because you know, but aside from like Stone Edge and Rock Slide from Dracovish, like we have the best counter, and Freeze Dry just whoop, dead. But I haven't used Arctivish. I'm excited to kind of use it. It's kind of bulky. The only thing about this mod is like I don't like my water type being neutral to fire, so it's not really a fire switching per se, which is unfortunate. But you know, I mean, I might change it in the future, I might not. Depends on like how everything goes in the team. But I have to make sure to make my decision early because it is I think FAs transactions and whatnot end week 4, I want to say, kind of early. So but that's almost half the season, because I think we have 9 weeks this season instead of 8. I'm pretty sure. I could be tripping, I don't know, don't hold me to it. But yeah, Arctivish is fun, and Fish's Run. Who needs Dracovish when you have Arctivish right here? So next up we have Blacephalon. So I said I know we needed to cheapen things up, but we got a big spend right here at 160 points. It drops our points all the way down to 120. But I've been wanting to use Blacephalon for a really long time, ever since it got re-released in the DLCs. I just haven't been able to use it or justify getting it, and probably right here probably wasn't justified, but I needed a fire ghost type. I didn't really need a fire ghost type, but I didn't have a fire or a ghost type, and then boom, Blacephalon is great, and it ups our speed tier, because as you can see, Zero Aura is the fastest thing we have at 143. And then Haxorus is at base 97, so we don't really have any speed right now. We're looking kind of slow, but it's okay because of all of our slow pivots and whatnot. So, and Haxorus isn't really that bad of a speed tier at base 97. Of course, when I was speeding base 100s, but it's not bad. But Blacephalon is out here with base 107 speed, which is very nice, and it helps us deal with like steel types and whatnot, because obviously like we're having kind of trouble breaking them down, but we do have Haxorus and Zero Aura to that extent. But it just like Blacephalon's typing is great. Shadow Ball is just free against some teams sometimes. Between Shadow Ball and Flamethrower and even Mind Blown, we're just gonna be picking up KOs, and especially like if it's late game with I have a Choice Scarf and we just are able to pick things off. It's just snowball effect with the beast boost, so it's great. I'm excited to use Blacephalon, and hopefully we can put in work with it. I really wanted to use it, so here we are. If it doesn't work for us, then you know we could always change things up, but I think Blacephalon is here to stay. And then next up we have Bullaby. Bullaby is our dark type. So the thing about spending big bucks on Blacephalon, we don't have a solid dark type. Bullaby is cheap though. It was 20 points. I thought it was gonna be 40, but you know, we'll see how Bullaby goes. It's gonna be a little bit hard because you know, it is a Bullaby, but Bullaby is thick, don't get me wrong, but it's just not as thick as mons that are fully evolved that can even slap on an assault vest and whatnot. We'd have to run EV Light every week, so like hazards and stuff are gonna be a pain to deal with. So yeah, you know, we'll see how that goes. But next up we have Claydol. So Claydol is our ground type, because as you see we didn't have a ground type until this point, and it gives us a double typing in Psychic and Ground, so that's kind of cool. Also gives us rocks, also gives us rapid spin, and gives us a ground immunity again between Corviknight and Claydol, and Serena, which isn't an immunity, but it is a resist. So that's very happy to deal with those ground types, because you know Zero Aura doesn't like them, Blacephalon doesn't like them, so at least we have some mods to counteract those ground typing and whatnot. So we're not gonna be weak to ground at all. So we have a rocker and a spinner right here. You love to see it. Next up we have Double. So I got Double as a kind of like helps us deal with ghost types a little bit more, because if Bullaby's right there and that's our dark type, maybe we need something else to help deal with ghost types a little bit, because we do have double, which is immune to bullet, because it has bulletproof, which is immune to like ball moves like focus blast, shadow ball, energy ball, so on and so forth. So it's very nice, even though it's already immune to them. But you know, doubles here has a nice solid speed tier at 88, and you know, if teams aren't prepped for double can literally just sweep with cotton guard and body press. So that's kind of cool. If we can get rid of somebody's dark type or something, then like we can just run away with body press, and it's just not, nobody wants to really deal with that. So it could catch people off guard if they don't prep for it correctly. So I'm excited to use double. I love it shiny, even though it's so subtle. It's like it just flips the colors. Instead of being white, it goes brown, and then it has white spots. But I think that's so cool. I don't know, that's just me. That's just me. And then next up we have Aurorus. So Aurorus is here simply to pair with Arctivish, because our speed tier doesn't look too great, but when we have Arctivish in Hail, like Arctivish becomes like a better Dracovish, straight up, because nothing really wants to tank anything. Well, Vicious Rend is just a move. You just click the button. You just click the button simply, and then we have Aurora Veil as well between Aurorus and Arctivish. So Aurora Veil shenanigans can happen, so that we can let Arctivish live some more hits. Of course, Arctivish outside of Hail is doo-doo butter slow. It's 55, base 55. But Aurorus gives us rocks, also gives us a kind of strong ice type, and its defenses and HP are very nice because its HP stat is like base 124 or 125 or something like that. It's very high, and then its defenses are pretty solid. So it gives us, of course, we're quad weak to fighting, but aside from that, like Aurorus can eat some hits 100%. So I like that a lot. But yeah, I'm excited to use some new mons. I've never drafted, I mean, I actually have, now I can say I've drafted weather because I drafted rain in UPBA. Now we have hail in here. We're gonna see how it works. I definitely do have some issues with my team per se, but I mean, we could work around them, and if we have tough matchups or something that we're not liking, then we can obviously change them. But without further ado, let me know what you guys think in the comments below about what you think about our draft. Are you hyped for this one? What would you change? Would you say that maybe I should draft some other mons, because we do have 3 FA transactions, so I could easily drop like Arctivish, Aurorus, and Volbeat to get a better dark type and a better water type. So there's those things in mind, but I mean, I'm pretty happy with how the team is performing right now. So but you guys will see the first match on Monday, I believe, so look forward to that. But without further ado, I am your boy Jay. I'm gonna get up my chair, and I'll catch y'all next time. Bye.